Congrats
Sorry, I skipped my box.
That's very well deserved. Conference championship game appearance, first for the program since 2015 in the American thriller against the rivals. Just talk about the feelings right now.
There's lots of emotions, but it's crazy how you get to this point and you just feel so steady and calm because our girls are in just such a good mindset. They're awesome, and both Aaliyah and G give us such a good opportunity to compete with anybody. And today it was G's turn to finish it, and lights out, man. I think she have like 6 strikeouts in a row there at one point. That gives us a lot of confidence.
Congratulations on today's win, Coach. Talk about the pitching change. Is it something that you had thought about going into the game, and about the timing of it? What was happening that led you to make that change at that time?
Yeah, so our staff actually talked about it. Last weekend we threw Aaliyah 3 times, and I don't know if that, we really did it because of senior weekend and, just giving her the opportunity to continue to keep pitching. And so they didn't get to see G much, even in G's game. She threw well, but they didn't see the G that they saw today. And so that we knew that put us in a really good spot, for the unknown and just mixing it up and changing the momentum. I didn't like that, we got ahead quick and then we kind of lost 2 innings in a row. And the momentum I felt was kind of slipping away from us, and I just wanted to get it back in our hands and, bring G in, and what do you know, we go up and just hold it. So that's the blessing about having 2 and really 3 dominant pitchers with our 3-headed monster. And, the other thing too is I felt fully confident that they hadn't seen Bree this year either. And so we were sitting in a really good spot, especially at the end of the year in postseason, so you can't just win with one. And I love that we have our depth in our pitching and, the defense and the offense to back it up.
You just played USF last week, but how does the approach really change when you're in a tournament setting like this?
Yeah, I think for them, we just talked about it. Like, all right, last week was last week. If you're still talking about last week, you're not going to have fun today. And that's what we really said is today, and we're focusing on winning each pitch today. What we did last week was it doesn't count towards this. And so in tournament play, again, you have some people just really coming about, and there's our silent thunder, our quiet thunder, and our biggest clutch hitter, and Chris Ordalis just getting it done like she always does, and then just goes back and sits down and acts like nothing ever happened, because that's who she is. And so I just love how we're playing right now. It's awesome to be able to play in a multi-team tournament. This is the first time we've done it all year. And it feels like postseason. So, and it is. So it's awesome for these women to be in this position, especially after last year not being able to finish out what Team 19 started.
We're the first team to knock off Georgina Korick twice in the conference play. First time that a Ken Erickson team has lost 4 times in the American Conference. It speaks volumes how good they are and really how good you are. And last week, and I think it helped your team take it to a different level. Didn't it kind of get you ready for postseason?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to tell you right now, yeah, we may have won that game, but Korick was tough, man, and she got stronger as the game went on. So I just love, as much as I want to beat that team, I love seeing that type of competitive play. It's such great softball. And like you said, last weekend, just it basically told us, like, okay, this is who we are. Now let's go. And it takes just one thing or one time for that to happen, for belief to exist. And when you believe, sky's the limit. So love to be able to do it against a pitcher like that and a team like that, a seasoned team that's always done very well in postseason. So, these group of 27 individuals that we get to coach every day, they're amazing, and they're tough to beat when they're in the right mindset.
Gianna just said, doesn't matter who you play tomorrow, that the team is going to take care of its business its way. For you, though, as the coach, is there one of these matchups that you would prefer?
Sally. I prefer Sally. Whatever it is, Denali said it best last night that I want whoever's going to come to bring their best, because that's going to put us in a position to be at our best at the end of the year. And so whoever it is, we're ready to go. I love that we have something to prove to ourselves against either of those two teams, because we did not play our best softball when we faced them. And so they're going to see a different team tomorrow.
Two quick runs to start out the game here. Talk about how important it is to start off strong in these games. Oh,
it's huge. I mean, when you have two dominant pitchers in the circle, typically 1 or 2 runs, you're ready to roll. And that's exactly why, I started out really offensively strong and went to defense as soon as we got those 2 runs, because I knew that should be good enough with great pitching to stay in the game as long as we handle the ball and play solid defense. So, I mean, huge momentum, puts their back against the wall and gives us we get to breathe and play our game.
Last question from me. Your versatility of your team, for most of the year, you're a power hitting team. You've gone the small ball route, but you also have a defensive lineup that you throw out there. I had people texting me during the game, like, you're a tough team to scout because they don't know what to expect. They compared you to the New England Patriots of softball there. Just talk about this versatility and how it evolved. Was this always part of the plan, or is this just evolved as the season went on?
Yeah, you know what? It's crazy because I feel like that's just was my mindset is I don't want one pitcher to be able to beat our entire lineup and our entire team. And, we have people that really are defensive specialists and focus on that. And that was the plan. Did it kind of fall into my lap a little bit? Well, yes, of course. You've got our shortstop who's 6'2" and can, I think, span almost the left side with both arms reaching out, she was here when I got here. So some of that fell into my lap, and you just learn your strengths and roll with it, And so I think the biggest thing that I need to do is make sure I make the right change at the right time, really feel the heartbeat of our team and where we're at and what we need to do, and then get out of their way and let them work. But yeah, that's what's so cool is the belief in our team. And just, I said it earlier, we train so hard in practice that these games don't feel as tough as they may look. And that's why you saw Gianna Mancha yesterday with bases loaded and ECU's best hitter up. And she's just like, all right, let me, finesse my way through, finesse with 65 miles per hour. Not too bad, but, let me finesse my way through this. And I mean, they've trained for this, and we game because we want them to be ready for anything.